you're probably sick and tired of hearing that everything is sunshine, ponies, and rainbows. Well, then this video is for you because I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why not to move to St. Pete. And stay tuned till number 5 because nobody really talks about it. All right, let's get to it. Reason number 1, not to move to St. Pete. If you're relocating to St. Pete and you happen to work from home or you landed a job in the city, that's absolutely amazing. But there's a lot of people that relocate to St. Pete, but they actually still have a job in Tampa or around that area. And that's not always the best idea. Why is that? Because Tampa is still pretty far away from St. Pete when it comes to commute. If you're going to be going to work every day at 8 o'clock and then leaving at 5, you're going to be against traffic with hundreds of other people because there's not many ways to come in and out of St. Pete. So that commute is going to be very ugly if you have to do it every single day. If you're working from home and your job allows you to do that, that's amazing. But a lot of people don't have that luxury. Unless you really have to, I really do suggest considering other areas instead of St. Pete if you work in Tampa. Number 2, tying back to number 1 about the location of St. Pete, because St. Pete is, again, located kind of on its own and it's surrounded by water, it can be very difficult to come in and out. So if there was ever a situation where the city needed to be evacuated, it will not be pretty because there's such limited ways to come in and out the city. If there's ever a major weather, event like a huge hurricane, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't happen, but anything crazy like that, it will be a very unpleasant experience having to evacuate that area. Yes, there's areas in St. Pete that can be dangerous and are known to be more crime inflicted. Another thing with that is that in Florida in general, there's a decent sized population of homeless people, and it happens. We see them around here and there, but some areas in St. Pete you see them more than others. But this is just, I'm not being insensitive, I'm just letting you know what to expect if you do come to the area and you're not familiar. It's not a huge shocker to see that here in Florida. It was huge when I moved from Michigan because I guess comparing to it, by the time I moved, I didn't really see that much over there. But over here, just like any city, it happens. Reason number 4, just like every other video, you hear about how amazing St. Pete is and the weather and yada yada. But nobody tells you the cons about the weather. It can get really hot. And of course, you're like, Martha, of course, Ma, it's gonna get hot because you're in Florida. But listen, if you don't live close to the water, or you don't got a pool in your house, or just something to cool yourself off with, please make sure you're safe and you're taking care of yourself because you can definitely get a heat stroke. If you go out past like 12, 1 o'clock, literally anywhere, it's gonna be blazing hot. And you need to protect yourself because it's not funny. It's not a game once you get dehydrated and you pass out or you get a heat stroke. So please remember that, yeah, Florida's cool, Florida's fun, but if you're not used to that type of weather, if you lived up north and then boom, suddenly moved here, be smart, be safe, and just be considerate about this whole change of weather that you have to get used to. Your body has to get used to, so you won't have, a bad experience with the weather. Tying into that, everybody talks about the whole weather, right? How wonderful it is, but not is it just hot. In the summer, it rains non-stop. I'm telling you, there's days that it's just thunder, and it's just pouring outside, and you can barely get out. You can barely go to the corner. You can barely do anything because it's just so bad in the windshield wipers, and you can barely see the car in front of you. If you're a new driver or you're not used to that type of weather, you gotta be careful because there's accidents every single day of people that are not aware of how bad it is when it rains, are not educated on the right things to do and how to drive with that weather, and you're just gonna have a bad time. So a little tip for that is when you are in Florida, when you get a car or whatever you do, make sure that your tires are good So when that bad weather comes, you're not hydroplaning and you're not putting your life at risk. I'm telling you from experience, because that was a huge shocker. And I was running around in my car with bad tires, and I got scared a few times because, you know, it was hydroplaning, and I don't want you to have that bad experience. So please, make sure your tires are good. Make sure that you are good whenever you have to leave the house. You have enough time. Don't be on a rush when it's raining. It's not fun. And just be safe. And lastly, reason number 5 that nobody likes to talk about. Again, because of the location of St. Pete, there is a big possibility that you could be in a flood zone wherever you end up moving. And not just that, because of the heavy rain, there's many different areas where you will be required to have flood insurance. If you don't know what flood insurance is, basically it's an additional insurance that you have to pay on top of your already home expenses to make sure that if something ever did happen to the house, you would have some sort of coverage. I don't know how it is in other states. I don't know how it is up north, but that's pretty common down here in Florida. So if you're looking to buy a home and it's in a flood zone, do your homework, do your due diligence, and make sure that you're okay with that extra cost yearly for flood insurance. There's more videos here about St. Pete if you're still wondering about it, and other great areas like Clearwater if you're not familiar with what are the best places to live here. If you don't know this face, my name is Marta Limonta, and I am a realtor here in the Tampa Bay and surrounding areas, and the purpose of this channel is helping you feel more prepared before you decide to make the move from Michigan or anywhere else in the world to the Tampa Bay and surrounding areas. I moved here from Michigan back in 2016, and I use my channel to help you know the do's and don'ts about moving here. I get calls, texts, and emails from people all over looking to do the same, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you, make sure you do save my info right here, or even just hit the little link in my description so we can get on a one-on-one Zoom call that lets us know if we're a good fit for each other, and also a plan to help you move into the Tampa Bay area. I am here to help you. So if you have any questions about what areas to move to, best places to live, or you just want to know what the city looks like on a vlog, let me know in the comment section below, and your wish is my command.